Oh God, there we go.
One thing that I've noticed when I came in here was like the board. It inspired me. I was like thinking during that time, are this actual real numbers? I aimed to be an Asian since then.
Hey everyone, my name is Suki and welcome back to Beyond the Listing. I'm thrilled to be joined today by Archie Ceno, a leasing consultant from Business Bay. Archie, lovely to have you today.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
I guess what everyone wants to know is why Dubai? What made you come here and how did you start your journey?
Well, basically, I have best friends here in Dubai since 2013. So they've been going back to the Philippines, inviting me over, but I felt like I wasn't ready that time. So I was always refusing every year. I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine with everything, with whatever's happening with my life during that time. So I didn't say yes until 2017.
And what would you sort of say prompt your change to move over?
New environment, and of course, we are looking for greener pastures.
And your career started off in customer service. How did that come about?
Prior to doing customer service, I had like two other jobs helping other Filipinos to come over to Dubai. I worked for a veterinary clinic as an admin officer. That was also an amazing experience before I transitioned to customer service way back 2021. So that was 3 years back.
Yeah, a long time.
It,
Well,
it feels like a long time.
So how did you then go from that to then Betterhomes customer service?
When I first came to Betterhomes, I started as customer service. And one thing that I've noticed when I came in here was like the board.
Okay.
You know, this board
Yeah.
where you update all the numbers, right? It inspired me. I was like thinking during that time, are this actual real numbers that people are actually getting? I was like, one day I'll be there.
Yeah.
And here we are.
So would you say that's what inspired you to then like build up to the point where you are now?
Exactly. I felt like it's financially rewarding.
Yeah.
So I aimed to be an Asian since then.
And I think what a lot of people sort of do struggle with sometimes is making that jump over to
Yes.
a commission-only role. With your experience now that you've got in customer service, do you think that's helped you in your role with in being a real estate agent, or what does that sort of journey look like for yourself?
It did 100%. Because having been in customer service for like the past 10 years,
Yeah.
there are a lot of different types of clients. And with a customer service, you're able to match the needs or the energies of these clients based on experiences.
So with the real estate environment now in Dubai, it can be really fast-paced, really dynamic. I mean,
Okay.
can you give us an example of how your customer service experience has helped you in your role at Betterhomes?
When I was working for customer service, we would usually receive either calls, emails, or WhatsApp with landlord inquiries, right?
Okay.
So what I do there is I qualify them. But now it's totally different. I get the inquiries or I get the listing from the landlord. I qualify them and I'll be the person to assist them to find tenants for them. But while I was in customer service, I just qualify them and then relay or relegate them to the agents.
Yeah.
So that's like the main and big difference between the two.
Great, wonderful. So I guess then what would be nice to sort of find out is how have your first few months been in Betterhomes? Have you sort of found any challenging surprises or challenges overall? And if so, like what did they sort of look like and how did you sort of overcome those?
I wasn't actually expecting that it's going to be hard finding units for clients. It's not just that easy, you know? Because it's like matchmaking.
For sure.
You cannot force someone to get something just because it's available.
Yeah.
That unit or that property should be something that the clients would love because it's going to be their home for the next at least 1 year.
Sort of like dating.
It's like dating, of course. It's like dating. You
sure.
can just force someone to match with something just because they're available.
For sure. And then with that then being said, with your customer service background,
Yes.
obviously Betterhomes has a really good professional extensive training program.
Yep.
Is that something you felt that helped you when you started officially on the floor with the background that you've got?
Yes. Here in Better Homes, we have a very supportive R&D. We had like an extensive training wherein they will provide you information that are useful for, the actual work.
Yeah.
So yes, of course, it was really, really helpful that Better Homes is pretty much keen and have extensive training.
A lot of the time when we speak to individuals who potentially are looking at a career in real estate,
Okay.
we always speak about like the ongoing training that people get. How did you sort of find your first week actually on the floor?
It was easier for me for the reason that the tools were given, the knowledge were given, information, any support that you need, they're just one click away. So it's really, really good to choose a company that can give you that kind of support.
Yeah.
And Better Homes has that.
Given that you've been here now, which feels like a long time since
Yeah,
you
it
did
feels
start, what would you sort of say is your one takeaway valuable lesson that you've had since you started your journey?
To be honest, it's really patience and hard work. Because with real estate, you cannot have an immediate result.
Yeah.
You really, really have to work hard for it. Plant those small seeds
Yeah.
so that you can reap the fruits of it at the end of the day. And you have to really be patient about it and just hang in there.
It's interesting because a lot of individuals from outside of Dubai, they feel like they make one deal and they become like a millionaire. And would you sort of say real estate in Dubai is for everyone?
100% no. 100% no. It's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies in this industry.
Yeah.
There's always going to be heartbreaks
Yeah.
and almost deals.
Yeah.
So you really, really have to persevere. It's not for the weak-hearted,
Yeah. And with the way, how Betterhomes is structured internally as well, from the training and then, you have to hit certain parameters. Do you think that helps keep people on track to become a success, like a blueprint almost?
Yes, because it gives specific directions.
Yeah.
The company has a structure that you can follow, towards success.
Yeah,
So yes,
for sure.
it's really, really helpful.
Can you give the audience a chance to understand when you had a major setback and you basically turned that then into a learning experience?
I've had several clients who ghosted me.
Okay,
It
yes.
happened.
All the time.
All this time. It happens in reality. And because of those situations or experiences, I questioned myself. Like,
Okay.
is it me or is it what I have done? Like, why is this even happening? So it really hit my self-esteem.
Okay.
I used that to learn from the experience,
Yeah.
because you cannot make everything personal. Because if you do, you're always gonna lose. So I moved it forward and just thought of the next deals.
A lot of the time when people want to join real estate, especially in Dubai, we always sort of make sure like the days aren't going to always be, like you said, rosy. Like
Yes,
it's going to be
it's-
super
yeah,
difficult. I mean, how would you sort of say you coped with those tough times to push through and then become a success like you have been?
Treat yourself, okay?
Okay, I like that.
So other than work, once you feel you're swamped with everything and you feel the negativities, you have to learn to say no and deviate from it. Like do something different. Energize. Treat yourself. Go run. Read a book. Because once you are re-energized, you can go back to your momentum.
Following on from that, like you said, having a nice little break, just recharging, coming back. When you first started, what were like your personal goals coming in, if you had any, and how did you set those up so you can sort of work towards those?
Now, my goal is to transition to sales.
Okay.
Because sales is where it's happening, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I am actually working towards that goal, that elusive 1 million deal. So right now I'm just really trying to soak in the experience in leasing and then eventually transition to being a sales consultant.
When people are sort of new to Dubai real estate, we always recommend them to start off in leasing because
Yes.
you're dealing with volume and you deal with landlords a lot more, you do a lot more viewings. Do you think that's going to help you when you do transition into sales?
It will definitely help you because mingling with different types of people, it will give you that certain air of confidence in, talking to this landlords, to this sellers, to this buyers. So you need to have more experience first before you can do the big ones.
Yeah, For
So,
sure.
and for me, it's working, and I really love what I do.
Do you, I guess, from your personal experience, have any long-term goals, be it 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? And if you do, what do those sort of look like?
Right now, my goal is to make sure that I am an expert on what I do. And as I've already mentioned, I love what I do.
Yeah.
So it keeps me going. Now, in terms of long term, I really plan to have my own business.
Okay.
And I'm gearing towards that. This work is really financially rewarding. So once you reach that certain point wherein you can have your financial freedom to do the things you want to do,
Yeah.
then that's the time that I could probably say, okay, I'm done with this. But right now, I'm not really thinking of that because I'm happy as to where I am right now.
Yeah. For those who don't know Archie, he is a very positive individual. Now, with this positivity, is it something that comes natural to you, or is it fake it till you make it? Like, what sort of tips can you give for someone to stay positive like you?
It's natural for me because being a positive person, if it is something that's just put up, it's mentally draining. You can't be coming in all happy and then it's just a put up, facade.
Yeah.
So you really have to be genuinely happy and positive for people to pick up on that. So it's not something that I have to think about. It's embedded in me. It's natural in me to just really be happy.
And with your positivity, have you sort of been in a situation where it's impacted someone else, and obviously in a positive way, where they've ended up doing well?
When I am with my peers or with my clients, they feel it and they feel the genuine vibe of it.
Yeah.
So, and because of that, I gain their trust and I make them feel that I can really, really help them
Yeah.
genuinely.
What would you say is your motivation, and would you say your motivation has carried you through the tough times?
For me personally, it's really my family. They're partly the reason why I'm doing this because I just really want to give them the best life that I can. My family gives me direction, and the more that I work hard, the more that I can give them the best life that they deserve. And luckily, in Better Homes, it feels like family.
Archie, that was a very touching story.
I know.
Yeah, very touching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you joining me today for your stories, your valuable insights.
It's my pleasure.
It's been amazing. To all the viewers watching, appreciate you joining us on this Beyond the Listing. Stay tuned for the next one with more information from our real estate experts.